Good day, Aries, and welcome to your weekly reading from Monday to Sunday. I am Divine Vibes, and I'm here to provide the wisdom and guidance through divination tools from my spiritual gifts from me to you to give you some insight to your love life of what's going on with you and what's going on with your love life in this upcoming week, okay? So I've already pre-shuffled the cards here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm into the reading, okay? So, the first card I pulled for you was the Hierophant card. So, I feel like many of you Aries are just getting out of a relationship or going through a divorce at this time. It looks like there are some legal matters in regards to this relationship or this marriage that you have now taken upon yourselves to go before the law or the government to remove yourselves, or maybe you're getting a divorce, okay? Or maybe there is some toxic things to where you are getting out of a abusive relationship and you're going before the courts to get some type of restraining order or a protection order against this person, okay? Because you are holding your power behind you as if you are scared to show. So you are going before the courts so you can take back your power, okay? Okay, so now you have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is making a hasty decision, moving in a rush, quickly getting out of somewhere because you have fire. Fire represents urgency, okay? You have this man, he's carrying these swords, and you see how it's cold outside, but he has waited until all the wolves are asleep to leave. He takes one good look back at the wolves to make sure they are sound sleeping so he can make his move. But see, he's doing it with an urgency. So I feel like you are in a position where you are having to pick up and leave in an urgency. Okay, so it seems like there is some type of abusive relationship, whether emotional or physical, to where you are now wanting a divorce or a restraining order against this person, maybe both, right? So I see you picking up and leaving as quickly as possible. You know, you packed up everything and you are leaving while they are sleeping or away at work. Okay. And now you have the Ace of Wands. Fast movement, rapid movement, transformation, change, right? Because when you leave one situation, you go through a change of course. Change happens in your life. You know, things are changing because you have taken yourself out of the environment that you've known for so long. And now everything is fresh. Everything is brand new. So as you are leaving this relationship, you are going through a change, a transformation, which you've already been going through deep down inside. But now you finally have the courage to actually act upon this transformation and change because you see that you are changing. So this relationship no longer serves you. Not only does it no longer serve you, you have finally woken up and realized that you deserve better. You don't deserve to be abused physically or emotionally. You deserve someone who is going to be happy with you, who loves you and treats you like a king or a queen, okay? You know, and with any change, okay? With any change, it can be very hard depending on how drastic of a change. And I get that because you have picked up and you have moved in a hurry. This is a very drastic change. Maybe you have nowhere to go, nowhere to stay. Maybe this person made majority of the money, so now you are having to go without certain finances or live without certain means. So you're having to have the strength to go through this transformation because it is definitely hard and not what you're used to. So this requires strength. Okay, you're going to need a lot of it for this. Because you need to relieve this relationship, not just, you know, because of for you, but for your future, right? Because it seems like you've picked up a lot of emotional burden. You've been carrying in a lot of emotional burden. And I think you've stayed in this relationship so long that you've carried so much emotional burden that you really couldn't see where you were going. You really couldn't see what was going on. You were so deep in that you could not see what was before you. You were so used to the pain and the hurt that you really could not see what this person had become. Okay? So I see that you are completing a cycle with this pain. You are leaving this pain in the past. Is it going to go away right away? No, it is definitely something that you're going to have to work through. But I see that you have carried more than you can bury. It's such a great burden that you have carried on, that even though you're trying to leave this relationship or have left this relationship, all those emotions and those pains are still harbored in you, that you're really finding hard to see everything or really see the path or the direction that you're going with this now that you're deciding to leave or have left. Okay? And then now you have the Page of Swords. So this is a very light-hearted person. A person who is very flirtatious, or maybe people gravitate towards you. Okay, maybe you are good with music, maybe you are a very creative person. Okay, but you seem to have, you're like a magnet for people, although you try to push people away, but people gravitate towards you. So Spirit is saying, you know what, look at those creative projects that you have and really think about how can you use this for your greater good. Because if we're going to go through change, let's go through all the change. Let's change completely all at one time. Okay? Right now you are going through the dark night of the soul, right? You are in your head. You're thinking about your next move. Maybe you're making a wish, right? Maybe you're having lucid dreams. Maybe you're having very vivid dreams at night about the past or the things that are to come. But I see you having a lot of different dreams. Very vivid, lucid dreaming. You're going through the dark night of the soul where you're just seeing your head and you're really thinking about what is your next move. Like, it is heavy on your mind. Okay? Sometimes you just find yourself just sitting there and laying there, and you may kind of zone out and just start thinking, and people be like, hello, are you there? I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm here, But I see you striving. You're striving to become this better version of you. And you want to do it as quickly as possible. But remember, things take time. You cannot rush everything. But I see that you are striving to make a change. You also feel embarrassed, that you've allowed yourself to come to this point. You feel embarrassed that you've allowed yourself to come to this point. You are harboring emotional pain. But although you are keeping those feelings deep down inside, you are striving to make it. But it's like sometimes you take your anger out on other people, or maybe you push people away because you're embarrassed. Like, you don't want to share your experiences with people because you don't want to be judged for allowing this relationship to go on as long as it has. Okay? But you are going to strive to, keep your life and your pieces of life together. And you're going to build off of that, off of your gifts, right? You're building all over again. You're building all over again with your money, with your gifts. Like, you're just pouring everything that you have into it, okay? And you're building. You're starting over. You're starting anew, especially with your finances, because I feel like this person that you were with made more than you. So maybe they were paying majority of the bills or a great portion of the bills. So it's definitely a sacrifice to make. And I feel like that's why you stayed so long, because it was just so helpful for you to have that financial support, okay? But you knew that you had to leave, right? Because your intuition your psyche, your dreams have been telling you this all along. You finally followed your intuition and you decided that, you know what, my oversoul, my higher good is saying I need to leave this situation. And you are finally following that voice in your head that you've ignored all along. So Spirit wants you to know that you have made the right decision. Okay? What you need to work on at this time or need to know at this time, and this is the Goddess Guidance deck, is that Spirit is saying that you have people looking over you, okay? You have ancestors or you have family or friends, people that are guarding you, that are protecting you, even if you don't know it, okay? They are looking over to you. And Spirit is saying, start asking for help. You know, you try to take on everything by yourself because you have a problem with being embarrassed. You don't want people to think differently of you, because I feel like you were the type of person to always have it together, or because you are an Aries, you always seem to have it together, and you don't want people to think that you need them, or maybe you have needed people in the past and they have used that against you. But Spirit is saying, stop trying to do everything by yourself. You know, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask other people for help. You know what I'm saying? It's time to take risk. It's time to be bold. And it's time to be adventurous and step outside of your ego and start asking for help, because you cannot do everything by yourself. Okay? You cannot do everything by yourself. And Spirit is saying, you know, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Regardless of how long you've allowed yourself to stay in this relationship, regardless of how embarrassed you may be, and regardless of how hurt you are, you need to love yourself unconditionally. It only goes up from here. No matter what the situation is, no matter what the outer appearance may be, you need to love yourself completely. Okay? Completely and fully. Okay? Because Spirit is saying, listen, this situation, how it ended, they're going to make things just as fair as they can make them, okay? The situation that you are going through right now will be handled in a fair and just manner. You will get justice. You will be treated fair. Things will go fair. So your protection order, restraining order, or divorce, things will go fair. They will make sure that it is fair for you, okay? Because they want you to know that they are supplying you for today and all of your tomorrows, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, you name it. They are going to make sure you get your justice, okay? And from the romance angels, I put, you know, give your relationship a chance, and the deception card. And what that means is not your romantic relationship, but give the relationship with yourself a chance, okay? Because I feel like there is some deception within yourself to where you have been manipulated to think that from this person, whoever this person you were with, that you aren't good enough, or that you need them, or that you can't go on without them. You are going to need them. You don't need them. Give yourself a chance. You got this. I don't care how rough it gets. You got this. Take off that false mask, okay? You have this. You have abundance, family and friends who support you, and you can do this, okay? Spirit is going to take care of it. Don't you worry. You will be treated fair, and you will get that divorce or restraining order, okay? And whatever resources you may need, Spirit is going to provide that for you, okay? So take off that false mask, okay? And as you are moving on and giving yourself a chance, keep an open mind, okay? You know, so you may not date now, but as you get out of this relationship and as you start to date, keep an open mind. Everybody isn't the same, okay? Everybody is not going to be like your ex, okay? So Spirit is going to bring you someone someday, but Spirit is saying that that person may not be what you're used to, and you have to keep an open mind. And I feel like those are for those people who are currently looking for a relationship. Spirit is saying to keep an open mind, okay? Spirit is saying for those looking for a relationship to keep an open mind and take the time to get to know someone, okay? So I feel like that's for another crowd of people. For that crowd, I feel like that crowd is if you were wondering why you haven't found the one yet, it's because you are so hung up on expectations and wanting a person to be a certain way. You have your long list of things that this person should be, but you have to keep in mind that love comes in many different forms. Your soulmate comes in many different forms, and you have to keep an open mind and keep your expectations to a minimum, okay? And just get to know people. You know, you can't rush everything. You have to get to know people. And if you take those baby steps, Spirit will work with you. So that's what I have for the love reading for Aries for the upcoming week of today, Monday through Sunday. Please catch me this upcoming Sunday for the following week's reading. I thank you for your love and support. I'm here to provide supportive energy for you, and may you all be blessed. Have a great day, Aries.